Well, welcome to round 8 of the 250 World Motocross Championship in Foxhill. 60 kilometers from Bristol, the top English track, and as we said earlier, 125 and 250s being run on the same weekend in the World Series. The best qualifying in Group A goes to France's Frédéric Bolley, his first ever 250 pole. The Kawasaki rider told us, given me a lot of confidence, even more so because we're back on hard tracks, so I'm 100% motivated.
Donc je suis motivé à 100%. Quoi.
I didn't need to put any pressure on myself as I did last weekend. I don't want to have to go through that again. I've been riding very badly, so this weekend let's just see how it goes.
C'est très dur, j'ai vraiment mal roulé, alors bon, on verra, les manches, je vais les prendre comme elles viennent.
Well, second in Group A, 1.7 seconds behind Bolley is Britain's Rob Herring, the Honda rider, motivated in front of his home crowd.
I think it's a little bit more pressure, but I think it still helps you though, because they get behind you. If you have something happen, they get behind you and cheer, and you try a little bit harder. Yeah, for sure it's more pressure, but I wish every GP was like this. I like it. So.
The best time in Group B goes to Belgian Honda rider Stefan Everts. Everts won both heats here last year, and despite some hard times in previous Grand Prix, he is the main favourite this weekend.
I'm happy those sand tracks are over and that we have some proper tracks now, like very hard tracks, and because I like him, and especially this one is very fast and technical, and so I did every year a very good result, and I think this year again.
Second in Group B qualifying, France's Yamaha man Yves de Maria. Only 200 a second off Everts. Very happy also to be back on the hard tracks. Well, it's the second part of the championship really that starts there, he said. Monique Bevert's won many races on the sand, so I hope I can now do the same on the hard tracks. And just as Tortelli, de Maria will benefit in Foxhill from Jackie Vimon's help. The ex-world champion working for Oxbow to help both of their riders. Well, my job on the track, he said, is mostly technical. It's about lines, feeling, position on the bike. Sometimes it's a bit more technical than that. Sort of feelings, height of the bike, suspension problems, or even gear ratios. When I'm feeling the engine's working too high in the revs. Most of my job there is about racing lines, telling them to try to jump more on the right or an uphill, more on the left, things like that. Of course, it's a big advantage for de Maria. It's like having a spy watching all the other riders, as de Maria told us. Well, he tells me the lines of other riders and sometimes suggests I try them. He can tell me if my lines are good or not. He sees things I can't while I'm riding, and that's very important. Certainly a very big help to have Jackie here as my mentor. Well, they've been working together for 3 years now, and they've more than manager, also become friends. Well, away from the track, said Vimon, my job's more about state of mind and peace. Sometimes healing little wounds, as I have some experience. But mostly I'm able to help him find some sort of serenity before each start, give him a lot of confidence, make him feel the pressures off. That's really my main role. Well, third in the Group B is Britain's Kurt Nicol, the KTM rider, 2 seconds 33 rather, back from Everts, and he'll race in front of his fans without any pressure at all.
This year I think it should be even more help than before, because sometimes before I felt a lot of pressure when I was expected to win, but of course this year I'm not expected to win. So anything that I do for the fans they will be very happy with, so I think it will be good for me this year.
Fourth is Talon Volland. Second in the championship at the moment. And 5th championship leader Marnik Viverts, winner of the last 5 Grand Prix, and he admits the hard tracks are difficult for him. Once again, a deceptive 12th place for Germany's Pit Behrer. He likes hard tracks, but he had problems in qualifying, as he told Eurosport.
I don't know what's going wrong with me in time practice. It's always so bad for me. I try so hard and I make too many mistakes and always have a bad lap time. And yesterday something at the bike was bad and I had to stop after 30 minutes and couldn't make another fast lap. So again, bad time practice for me. I have a bad start position now, but today is another day and I hope it's going good.
So he only makes 5th place in the warm-up too, and he should be confident for the start, but he knows he's going to have to chance a good start.
With my start position, it's going to be difficult to be in top 10 after the first corner. But if I'm in the top 10 after the first corner, I'm going to push really hard and try to get the win. But I tell you, it's difficult, and I hope for a top 5 position, and if it's possible to win, definitely I'm going to do it.
So round 8 of the World 250 Motocross Championship, and 30,000 spectators here at Foxhill. Start of race 1, the whole shot, it's Boley. Boley takes the whole shot, and he is leading Everts, Rob Herring, Yves de Maria, and Kurt Nickel. So Britain's 3rd and 5th at the moment. But there's a problem for Boley, and he will be out before the end of lap 1 with a fuel feed problem. So Everts takes the lead from Rob Herring, from Yves de Maria, from Talon Volland, and Kurt Nickel, though, down into 5th place. So Volland having come through, and it's Everts and Herring who's starting to build up a gap ahead of the rest of the field. Then it all goes wrong for the Briton. Herring falls. On his home track, looking out for the bike, restarts late and eventually retires 3 laps later. Lap 5, leader Stefan Everts from Yves de Maria, from Talon Volland, Werner de Witt, and in 5th place, Kurt Nickel, then Marnik Viverts. But again, tragedy for the British riders. Kurt Nickel falls and breaks his leg. His season is almost certainly going to be over. As the medics rush to his aid, Everts is building a bigger and bigger gap in the race. Fight going on for 2nd place between Yves de Maria and Talon Volland. And Volland does not, it seems, able to follow the pace of de Maria. He soon settles back into 3rd place. Here he is, without taking too many risks. So it's Everts, de Maria, Volland, Marnik Viverts, and Joachim Karlsson in 4th and 5th places at the moment. Werner de Witt for Suzuki, starting to get pushed back. At the moment they're in 4th place from Viverts and Karlsson. Then he loses that 4th place to Viverts. And then his 5th place to Joachim Karlsson. As the race comes towards an end, Viverts finishing 4th in front of Karlsson and de Witt. De Maria does have a go, closing on leader Everts. But the gap really is too big, and soon he decides to settle for 2nd place to preserve his strength for race 2. So Everts heading for his first victory since Holland. The Honda rider finishing 4.2 seconds ahead of Yves de Marie and 31 seconds ahead of Talon Volland.
Try really hard the other races, especially in Finland and Sweden, Mantova. And now I'm back, I'm very happy with that. I did very hard training in those weeks and I had just a lot of bad luck, and hopefully my luck is returning, and I'm very happy with this result.
So another great win for Stefan Everts, and at race 2, who's going to get the whole shot? Oh, this time it's Andrea Bartolini on the Yamaha, the Italian rider, slotting in. But by the end of lap 1, Everts is back in front, ahead of Bartolini, Talon Volland, Werner de Witt, Marnik Beverts, and Rob Herring. Herring recovered from that earlier fall. But de Maria is already out. He's twisted his ankle after contact with de Witt, and he calls it a day. Lap 2, Bartolini takes the lead back from Volland, de Witt and Everts down into 4th place. Beverts and Rob Herring. Lap 3, Volland now takes over the lead from Bartolini, de Witt, Everts and Beverts. Lap 4 and de Witt is on a charge. He's got Bartolini lined up, and indeed he takes that place from him to move into 2nd. And on lap 5, Stefan Everts starts to hit back. He takes 2nd place from Bartolini, from de Witt. As the fight for 1st place now develops between Volland and Everts. Lap 8. Volland falls, and he will restart 4th in front of Beverts. So Stefan Everts goes through as de Witt. As Volland tumbles, Everts now leading from de Witt, Bartolini, Volland and Beverts. Lap 11. Stefan Everts firmly in the lead as he was in the 1st heat, as Bartolini takes 2nd place behind him. Oh, 4th place, de Witt crashes into Volland. He falls, and he will finish only in 13th place. Beverts takes 2nd place from Talon Volland. But it's proving to be a bad weekend for Pit Bera after falling and hurting his hip in race 1. He's only going to be able to finish 11th in race 2. Here is the Honda rider. Also for Bowley after that 1st lap crash, great. The deceptive race, he came back from 28th to 6th, but is hoping for much more after his pole position. So Stefan Everts goes on to win race 2. In front of Bartolini, Marnik Beverts, Talon Volland and Joachim Karlsson.
It gives me extra motivation, and I'm gonna try to do everything I can to win that title. I know it's a small chance, but I just have to put the pressure on Marnik. That's the only thing I can do.
I think it did good today because it's a hard track, and
everybody was saying, well, we're gonna beat him there, but you see, if I have a podium place, I'm really happy here, so I'm really happy with it.
So there's the championship points. Beverts, Volland and Everts, the Brits, out of it at the moment. And our thoughts, of course, are with all those injured. It's home. That's Speed World. Good night.